My name is Ellie Smith, and this is
Gracie.
Gracie Corrigan. May 16, 2016, she was diagnosed with cancer, retinoblastoma cancer.
No, I'm going to swing.
Okay. Good.
I took her to her regular doctors the morning of the May 16th, and then they said they weren't sure what was wrong with her eye or why she had a glow or a lazy eye. They referred us to Pacific University, and Pacific University called me and said that they could get her in the same day. As they were doing her eye exam, I noticed that the doctor's chest was getting red and her eyes were watering and she was blotchy. And I kept asking her, what is wrong, what is wrong? And then I noticed it seemed like Gracie couldn't see. Then she went and got another doctor, and I kept asking her what was wrong. And the other doctor came in and looked at her, and then they went out in the hallway, and it was like the longest minute forever. They're out there, and then she came back in and she said, your daughter has a tumor in her eye. She has cancer. And I remember my ears ringing, and I couldn't even hear what they were saying or even process anything. And I had my youngest son with me too, and I remember them giving us suckers for the kids. And the kids are happy to get suckers, and I'm crying. And we went out to the car, and I buckled her in her seatbelt. I was scared. I didn't know where to go or what to do. My daughter was just diagnosed with cancer. And I looked at her and I told her I loved her, and I told her everything's gonna be okay. And I just remember sitting there buckled in her car seat and staring at her. I just was set in my car. I didn't even know what to do, where to go, who to call. It was just completely devastated. I do a lot of research and figuring, reading a lot of things, and I've seen a lot of things that happen to kids during chemo. At first, she was in a lot of pain. There were days where she would be rolling down our hallway, screaming, crying, covered in sweat because her feet hurt so bad from the vincristine chemo that they gave her. The hospital wanted me to give her gabapentin, and I'm I do not want to put more chemicals in my daughter's body. She just got chemo, and now they wanted me to put more chemicals in her body to take away the pain, and I just was not okay with that. I wanted to try to find different sources than more chemicals. And then I called a doctor in Hillsborough, and it was, my friend actually worked there. She gave me Diana's number. She goes, this is the person you want to call. I walked in and she said, oh, well, how can I help you? It was our first appointment, and I started crying and told her I didn't want my daughter to die. She was going through cancer and chemo, and I wanted her to have the best life possible. And so she agreed to help us and give her better quality of life during chemo. When we would be on the 10th floor getting chemo, all the other kids had a gray, pale look. Gracie was just so full of life. She would use her IV pole as a scooter, running up and down the hallways, playing dress up, laughing, giggling, dancing, changing her clothes. She just was so full of life the whole entire time. When we found Diana by her second round of chemo, she never got sick again after that. She never was nauseous again. There were times her white blood cell count would get low. Every time we go to the hospital, I'd always give Diana a copy of what her counts were, and she would kind of go based off that, and then she'd give her vitamins. The next day she'd get another blood count, and her counts were up. She was fine, She did really, really good. Happy, healthy. Fridays when I'd go in to get her chemo and Gracie counts were low, Diana would come in on a Saturday just to give her her vitamins. Nobody else is there. She would just come in on a Saturday to give Gracie vitamins. She was all the way in London, out of the country, and would call to check on her to make sure she was okay. And she genuinely cares. She cared about her. I believe that the vitamins helped with her being not nauseous and helped her through it.